Hey guys, welcome to Secondary Comics channel, and we are live today. We got some couple of things to go over. We got some market watch along with some new releases that will be coming up this week. We had like a 2 week hiatus. Had a lot of graduation and waiting to attend. Along with that, my wife just came back from Korea not too long ago, so I wanted to spend some time with that as well with her. So, with that said, let's start with our boys at 789 Comics. Yep, check them out. They have the new Batman 160 with Natalie Sanders, along with Action Comic issue number one, New 52 reprint with Natalie Sanders, and Fantastic Four number one with Gabriel Delato cover. So with that, go check them out and use that code SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your orders. And yeah, and it's not a one-time thing. Is you can use it many times you want to get your 10% on all your order through 79 comic by using the code SNMC. All right, so with that said, let's go check out the new release. uh gonna go here, probably gonna go Infinity and Beyond, and let's check it out. All right, here we are. So for July 9th, we have a new releases coming up. We have the what's that? Chirarello, Chiarello, second printing on Amazing Spider-Man. Issue number 4. We got the Frank Miller second print. Let's check that one out. Honestly, I really like the cover on this Frank Miller. Is I think one of his best one that he has done in a couple of years, and a black and white version. I'm assume that what it is on the second print, but really well done. I really like this one here. Um, so yeah, it's a Daredevil Cold Days in Hell issue number 2, second print, 125 variant, and we got here Steve McNiven second print, and what's that? Doctor Strange of Asgard. All right, so let's keep moving and see if we can find some covers that we might like to highlight here. All right, here's that KRS, that Lemon variant. Here's that Ji Hyung Lee. Here is that one of the 200. Let's check them out. So here's that one of the 200 Ji Hyung Lee cover. Not the best he has done. I was kind of hoping that he'll do a little bit more on the background of this one, but overall, it's not a bad cover. What else we got here? We got Fantastic Four issue number one, Disney What If, and you also got that one on 100 right here. We also got Ahmad Azar foil, and here we go at the Marvel Studio. Here is the connecting cover for Marvel Rivals, issue number one. Not bad, not bad. Really like this one here. It's a connecting cover. It's a wraparound cover. It's a connecting cover. It's not bad. I like the background on this. Overall, it's not a bad cover. I really like this one here. All right, so that is Fantastic Four issue number one, the Marvel Rival connecting cover that will be coming out on July 9th. So let's check that one out. We also got Shannon Mayer 616. Let's check that one out. Here we go. Susan Storm. It's all right. Like I said, I would like to see a little bit more of the back cover, the background, but it's not a bad cover at all. So Fantastic Four issue number one, 616 store variant. Here's a Scotty Young, and here is Phil Noto. Let's check that one out. In a classic costume, homage to a Fantastic Four #1. This is a Fantastic First Step cover. It's not bad. I like this one. All right. And we also got the classic cover. What is this? Field cover B, movie costume. And this is the classic custom. So there's two variation of this one here. The one before was the MCU, and this is the classic uniform or classic costume. All right, all right. Here is the Hulk #1 facsimile. Here's the Jeff the Shark, and here is Laura Kenny Wolverine issue #8. Not so much. There is Steven Segovia issue #8. No. Here's the Magic, Pablo Villalobos, and the regular cover here. Let's check this one out. I really like it. Oh, it's not bad, not bad, not the best. I don't know, just that black outer line here, just somehow it's. I don't know about that one. I don't think he should have done that black line over here. He should have just let it go. But overall, it's good. It's not the best, but yeah, not bad on Magic issue #7 by Pablo Villalobo. What else we got here? Yasmin Putri, 1/25. Let's check that one out here. Okay. All right. Not the 1/25. Okay. Second print on the Marvel Knights, The World to Come. All right. And here's Adam Hughes, wraparound regular cover for Marvel Swimsuit Special Friends and Foes and Rivals. This is a wraparound cover. Hello there, Ron. Just going over some new releases. This is the Marvel Swimsuit Special by Adam Hughes. It's all right. But those Adam Hughes lovers gonna just eat it up. And here is Mark Brooks wraparound cover. There we go. I wish they kind of did this in a whole page instead of having it wrap around, you know. But there it is, swimsuit special. And you know what? I never had one. I never had a copy of this Marvel swimsuit special. But let's see. And here's at 1/100 by Pablo Villalobo. It's okay. All right. And Russell Dutman, and here is so Terry Dodson. Here's a Miles Morales Spider-Man. Wow, this is look interesting. It's a little bit different from other Spider-Man covers. Got the Greek mythology type of feel to it here, with Zeus, and I believe this is Hercules, Punisher Hercules. God War Part 3. Something different. Is Leslie Licks Lee. That's all right. Ron, let me know if you see any cover that you want me to highlight, all right?
All right.
Here is Predator, Black, White, and Blood. Nothing that I see here. Darth Vader. It's okay. It's all right. All right. Ultimate Spider Incursion. Here's Uncanny X-Men. What is this? Let's check this one out. This is 1/50 Virgin on Uncanny X-Men issue #17. So I'm assuming, yeah, this is the new character. Hmm. What do you think?
Um,
Yeah, same here.
yeah,
Okay, the thing I don't understand is you have all this shattered glass, like in a 3D form that is, is coming at you, but in the background, I mean, the stained glass is still all intact.
yeah,
So I wonder if this is one of her power to like spread shattered glass, or how Jubilee has a little bubble, blasters.
and I guess her weapon is like a sickle with blades inside of it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm imagining.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I don't know what to make of it.
No, me neither. But it's okay. It's all right. Here's we got to DC on Absolute Superman issue number 9. Um, Nothing that really stands out. Uh, Action Comics issue number 1088. Nothing that really stands out here as well. We got Aquaman. Mm, we got Batman and Robin by Jay Anacleto. Uh, Nothing that really stands out. What is this? This is Martin Simmons. Just want to take a closer look because I can't really tell. Oh, it's like an oil painting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like
Not bad.
zombies after him.
Yeah, seems like it, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? I like it.
it's cool.
Yeah, I like it. That's not a bad cover for Batman Dark Patterns, issue number 8. And here's Bill Singowick. Is that how you pronounce his name? Bill Sinkovic?
I believe it's called Sienkiewicz.
Oh, Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, I used to call it Sienkiewicz,
Yeah, but Sinkovic.
but on his website he pronounces it out Sienkiewicz.
All right, so here's Bill Sienkiewicz, variant cover of Batman Gotham by Gaslight, A League of Justice. I like it.
It looks cool.
This is not bad. This is a
Yeah,
cool. Oh. Yeah, all right. So we got something that we have in common here. So there it is, Bill Sinkovic. And what else we got here? We got Gotham City Siren United for Orbit. Oh, thank you. Never asked for it. Don't know why I did it. Here's Supergirl issue number 1 by what is it? Carla Cohen.
Carla
There's two
Cohen.
versions.
Yeah,
Let's check out the. This is 616. So skip that. You want to take a look? It
no,
seems
not
like just
really.
yeah.
Got a Power Girl and a Supergirl. Really,
Yeah. All right. Hey, are we getting a full are we getting a full screen of this, or is just oh okay, never mind. I see it. All right. We got Tritney, daughter of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman got wait, Wonder Woman has a daughter? I wonder if she was from Kingdom Come.
whatever.
Yeah. Just somehow they're just spawning all these kids out of nowhere. Um Fairyland, okay, Power Fantasy, uh, his Radiant Black by Rose Besh. It's all right.
Not my cup of tea.
No, just somehow Rose Besh was never a cup of tea for me. Um, what else we got here? Transformers. Here's a 1 out of 25 incentive variant by Manabu Yoshiro. Oh, Manabu Yashiro. It's all right. It's okay. What else we got? We got Witchblade. This is the Micro Turner. This is the foil or the facsimile, whichever one you can decide. Um, this is selling at $13 already. Jesus. What's up, Hazel Dan? How you guys doing? So this is what a reprint, isn't it? It has to be a reprint
Yeah, that's very
or
old.
a reuse of his old art or cover art.
Yeah.
It's all right. Can't go wrong with Micro Turner. Okay, well, Conan the Barbarian. Anything here? Skull Island. I think we covered this last time on FOC. He's fighting the octopus here. Uh, Solomon Kane. Nothing that we like here. Sonic. Nope. Omnipress. Here we go. Blood type. Artist edition. Mick and Morty universe. We got Archie. You guys, do I see any Archies here that we like here? Nope. Oh, so Archie is what they doing meets Jay and Silent Bob. Sound like sound like a very interesting read. All right, Boom Studio. Hello Darkness. I heard very good things about this one here. Here's Dan uh, Panosian. This is the one of the 20 Virgin variant. That pass. Here's Jenny Friesen. Okay, typical Jenny Friesen. Planet Death. You know what? Actually, I read the Zero. There was a when I purchased a book from this one LCS online. They sent me this copy number, issue number zero. I guess it's like starting whatever. It's not bad actually. Planet Death by Bad Idea. We got Dark Horse. No, thank you. Udon Entertainment with their Street Fighter, Distri. Nope. Ahoy! Toxic Avenger with Jesus. Is that with Jesus? Nope. Future is a Raka comic and Keen Spot Entertainment with kids these days. Is what is it? Artists and Writers and Artisan Incorporated. They choose violence. All right. Comics Borg. What is this? Bury the Past Special Collectors in the. Okay, that's pretty much it for our. Hey guys,
How's it
how you
going?
guys
Hey.
been? It's been what 3 weeks
Pretty
since
good.
we.
Been a
Yeah,
few
Yeah.
weeks, yeah.
yeah, and um, and thank you, Yvonne, for sending me those those shots of the slide that we're going to be going through in a moment. But everything's okay. How's your baby? Is he or she doing good?
She's doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a big adjustment.
She hates the fireworks, so it's been
Yeah.
a long weekend.
No. Yeah. So last week, I do apologize. It was a last minute kind of thing where people invited. When they invite you to like very last minute, come to so and so. So anyway, yeah, whatever. All right. Here we are. Collector's Corner, Market Watch, and original art and what they sold on auction along with their comics. So, thanks to Yvonne, she sent me like a handful of heritage auction. Was it?
Yeah. That's some
So,
pretty huge sales.
yeah, I was very surprised, and we were supposed to do this last week, but due to my schedule, we're gonna do this. So this was all sold in June 27th, 26th, and the 27th on auction on Heritage Auction, and a lot of the original arts that you see is like mind blowing. Like wow. I'll just think. So let's go ahead and show the first one here. And I'm just gonna solo this out, all right? Full screen so we all can see it. All right, there we go. The first one is Conan the Barbarian, issue number 169, original cover art by John Buscema, sold on June 27th for $40,800. Now, I was wondering, what do you think this, when John Buscema actually made this cover? I wonder how much Marvel bought it for. Practically nothing, I'm assuming, right?
So it was sold last month for
Mhm.
$40,000.
40,800. So if you round it up with fees and everything, I'm sure it's going to be close to what, 40, 42 or 41,000? I don't know how Heritage auction with the fees and things.
No, it's a bit more than that.
That includes the fees. It's just it doesn't include taxes. So
Right.
And there's nothing
I'd say probably
there's
about
nothing
44.
significant about this cover other than it's just original art, right?
Yeah. Not that I know of anything of Conan the Barbarian, but I'm assuming it's not a key issue nor a first appearance, just a great cover art by the artist.
I mean, it's rather old. It's like what 1970s or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot the year.
I mean,
Because I had to crop I had to kind of crop the image so that we're able to see it. But when Yvonne sent me, it has all that information at the top.
actually, it's 1990. If I look at it's a comic book from 1990.
Well, it's a 65 cents. So yeah, it's an early modern age or late copper age.
You know, any artwork with Conan usually has all this detail. You know, whether it's his muscles or the people he's
this is
fighting.
1985.
1985. There we go.
Is that 1985? Yeah.
So, but there's no significant first appearance or anything like that
I don't
on
think
this issue.
No,
But
I was just
it's
kind of looking
a
at
great
it just to
art.
make sure. But yeah,
John Buscema, you know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, also, rest in peace to Shooter, and there's another artist just passed away not too
yeah,
long
he's
ago.
pretty popular, pretty famous.
So who passed? Jim Shooter and God, forgot. But anyway, rest in peace. All right, the next one here. Anything that you guys want to add to this cover or to this sale? I think it's $40,000 for
Jim
like
Shooter's the
a
one.
regular issue. I think it's huge, especially something that's from 1985. John Buscema, he has done some really great covers for marbles, and for $40,000 on an auction, I think this is huge. This is huge. All right, so let's go to the next slide here. Here's the Man in the Mirror. There's Tales of Suspense, issue number 38. This is a complete 5-page story, so you get original art for the 5 story that Steve Ditko has done, sold for $34,800. Honestly, to me, this is very underpriced for 5 page of Steve Ditko original art. For 34,800. And you have the Stan Lee with Steve Ditko at the side on that original cover. So wait, this is not the cover. This is actually the 5-page story within that Tales of Suspense number 38.
So original
That's probably
interior.
like the splash page.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of the stories inside.
Yeah. for 34,800. To me, this is way undervalued. At something like this, I figure we'll go for a little bit over 50,000.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a cover, it would. Yeah, it'd be much higher than that.
But still, I mean, like a complete story if I did go, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
5-page. Yeah, that's.
Because I've seen like some of the interior art from like Jim Lee and
Yeah.
I don't know, they go for
more than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see more. You see how
Yeah.
just a single cover page original art. So 34,800 for Tales of Suspense, 5-story page, complete OA by Steve Ditko. This is something definitely.
So if you're a collector and you purchase this, what do you do with it exactly? Do you put it on the wall or you put it away somewhere?
Well, definitely, I will not put anything on my wall because there's so many sunlight that comes through. But yeah, if you have a basement with no light that comes through, put each 5-page in a historical, like real preserved frame and stuff. Yeah, just
You want that museum glass, and you
Yeah.
want as little sunlight as possible.
And this is something that you can actually go down, like a family heirloom, like pass it on to your generation to generation. Yeah. I don't know if your sibling love this kind of stuff. I mean, but next page,
Yeah.
Pop Skill issue number 3 by Adam Hughes sold for $33,600. Wait. Shit. So this is for 34,000. You get 5 pages of Steve Ditko OA, but you got boobs showing on Adam Hughes for 33,000, which came out like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Yvonne said I should edit this part, but I said I'm just going to go full blown on this one here. Yeah, well, $33,600. So if you live in Washington with 10% tax, that's you close to what, $3,000 more. So you almost like $37,000 you would be paying for this for original art. I wonder how much he got paid to do this, though. I'm sure it's less than 33,000. Yeah,
I don't know what to think about, to be honest.
I like it. I like it. What is there not to like about this cover? It's not bad. Pop's Kill, not bad. 33,000. Whoever has it, it is a cool cover. It is. Next, we got Action Comic 1 by Jim Lee, Scott Williamson, sold for $24,000. Yowza. Wow. And this is something that came out not too long ago. Hasn't it? Right?
Yeah, I think it was
it's a reprint,
Action Comics
right?
#1.
Yeah, Action
Yeah.
number 1.
It's like one of the variants.
Yeah, this is a facsimile that was reprint, but this was the cover for one of the I guess this was the variant cover for that, I guess. But yeah, Jim Lee and Scott Williamson for $24,000. Wow. Gee. $24,000. You know what?
I thought that was low. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, you got here Adam Hughes for 33,600, and you got Jim Lee for 24,000. Both is all original art, cover art. So sex sells, guys. Just remember that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So does Batman. If that were Batman, it'd probably be $100,000+.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what? You could be right. This is Superman. So, but still, Jim Lee. All right, let's see what.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive. Just to get like a full, like just to get like if you were to get just like on a
like a commission.
a commission could cost you like $12,000 just for a commission. That's not even or more. Yeah.
So it almost doubled the price. In other words, right? Regardless if you get a commission piece done, but is that commission colored or is it going to be like this, black and white? That's my curiosity when it comes to all this.
It would just be, yeah. I think it's
I think it's just black and white.
I think it's just black and white, but you get like a background kind of stuff. If you get like a background black and white full page thing from them, it's going to be $17,000, $15,000 to $17,000. I think it's pretty expensive. Yeah, it's real expensive. Just a headshot's like $1,000, $1,500 just for like a headshot with no background or anything. Like, yeah, basic headshot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 24,000 for Action Comic 1 by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. All right, let's go see the next one here. This is amazing. Detective Comic 80. Everybody probably know this infamous ugly ass cover of Joker by Jock. Sold for $288,000.
Yeah, God, I'm a little. That seems kind of high to me. I don't know.
I went back and looked to see what his other cover art sold for, and it's like a lot of it's like maybe a couple thousand.
Yeah,
it's nothing even like close. Like I don't even think I saw something that was like 10,000.
Yeah, a few $1,000.
It's an amazing cover. You got to admit.
Yeah,
for $250,000 is high, but
that's a lot. Yeah,
there probably were a lot of competing bids for it.
Oh yeah, that's a famous cover. Like it or love it, hate it.
I would say it's
whatever.
an iconic cover.
It's an iconic cover though. Like it is
it is an iconic. It's a modern iconic cover.
Yeah,
but still, to me, artistically, it's well done, but it's still ugly ass cover for me. But for $288,000, golly, you got to have some serious money to get this type of wow.
And I wouldn't put it on the wall. I'd lock it up somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, if you have a basement with those museum type of glass and whatever frame that you can do so that it doesn't fade, I mean,
just airtight, waterproof.
Yeah, something. I mean, something that you put your Declaration of Independence type of thing.
There you go. That's where it goes.
Well, fuck. I mean, with tax and everything, 300,000. God, you can buy a house.
I suppose, yeah.
All right, next slide. This was a shocker, and I remember when Kingdom Comic have commented on our little chat. As like, I wonder how much Jock got paid to do this. And to me, I think he probably got paid $800 or maybe $1,000. I'm sure he's regretting now, probably. But yeah, great cover, iconic. Next slide. Amazing Spider-Man 311 by Mick Farlane, sold for $456,000, $500,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Todd McFarlane. If this original art was actually owned by Todd McFarlane, I'm sure he got 1/4 of the money that he paid for that Barry Bonds record-breaking home run, which he paid $3 million.
Yeah.
Oh man, $500,000 for this is kudos to you, whoever bought it, man. 311. There's no significance in this cover. Oh, my question is,
it's just Tom McFarlane.
Yeah, McFarlane. I mean, that is the key, along with the Spider-Man 311. But the thing is, how many of original art by McFarlane ever goes on auction or ever goes for sale? Not too many. So this is, this is it. You know what? I really love the enthusiasm this chat has, because it's like I can hear the dog barking in the back.
Yeah, she's excited about this.
Yeah. $500,000. Jesus Christ. All right, next
Do
one.
you think that's too high or
This?
no? The McFarlane. Do you think that's a bit too much for that, or do you think it's kind of right on what you want to peg something for that going, or would you expect it to go for a bit less?
Well, you got an iconic cover here for 288,000 by Jock, which this cover everybody that who have collected comics probably has it or probably wants it,
Right.
and it's recognizable. Now, when it comes to this, besides the name itself, I mean, this could be done by
Right.
Bagley, and but just because of the name and his association with Spider-Man that he's drawn for half a million for $456,000, to me, I think this is overly priced.
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
this stuff's expensive, but like, yeah, it seems a bit. I'm a little bit surprised it went for a little bit more than I thought. I thought it'd be closer to maybe 300 or 280 itself or something like that. But
Yeah, something in the mid 200 to maybe high.
Yeah.
But for half a million, because like Yvonne said, you got to add a tax to this, right? So I'm just thinking 10% tax for
Mhm.
this where I live in my state. So that's additional $45,600 that added on. So that's just a $500,000 cover for just something
Yeah.
because of his name and original art. Now, if this
Yeah.
particular issue sold for $500,000, I wonder if that Spider-Man issue #1 original cover will sell for, you know?
Yeah.
It just depends on who's bidding that day. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
But I would think yes, regardless.
But yeah,
I would think definitely. Yeah.
True. All right, next one
Yeah, just a
here.
random cover.
Hellboy, Seed of Destruction, page 17. This is not even a cover. This is the page 17 by Mike Mignola. So for $43,200. Wow. This is a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
For an interior page, right?
Yeah. It's not even a cover, a splash page. It's just, I mean, I can see it. You got Hellboy in there, in all three panels of all four, but boy, 43,200. Man. But the only thing that I'm seeing is that Mike Mignola, along with Seed of Destruction, I believe this is his very first appearance in comics, isn't it?
I don't know. See the Destruction
Yeah.
one. I don't think so. Is it?
Yeah. Because I think his very first one is some kind of press, penny press or something like that. But I think this is Seed of Destruction. I don't know. Somebody Google is find out. I could be wrong. Sometimes half the time I'm wrong. So, but very early art of Hellboy from Mike Mignola. Interesting. $43,200. Wow. All right, next slide. Here you go, Yvonne. Wolverine #1 by Peach Momoko for $12,600. Now, when it comes to Peach Momoko, Yvonne, do you know what her original commission pieces is? Like something like this that she would charge for?
For commission, I'm not really sure anymore. We picked up some original art from her, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, how much? Average?
Yeah, it was quite a while.
So 12,000. Do you think this is worth it?
1,000 maybe. Her stuff's been selling for that lately.
Or for like this for 12,000.
Well, and I will say, at least this is from Peach,
Yeah.
so at least she did get the money for this versus it going secondhand.
Yeah, we've been kind of surprised at how much her stuff's been going for lately. It's going between $8,000 and $12,000 for a lot of her stuff. And some of it's about $4,000, $5,000, $7,000. kind of varies a little bit, but a lot of it's been going for around that 10 to 12,000 mark.
Yeah, I think the most I saw was like 19,000, and that was for the Magic cover.
Yeah.
For A Strange Academy.
Well, it's not the best cover, but it's actually it's an original cover art. So there's that, and along with Peach Momoko and her fan, and for $12,600, I guess it was pretty much around the ballpark. So people paid a ongoing, I guess, GPA. I guess you would say. Or
I guess, yeah. It seems like a bit much for that particular cover, but it's
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say. It's like a female character. It's
a lot of people love
the girl covers and the female covers and stuff like that. So those
the X-23,
so those sell for a little bit more on occasion. I think a Daredevil one sold for like $5,000 or $6,000.
No.
What was it?
They all sold on the same day.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch that sold on the same day. But...
And they were all from her too. Let's see. There's a Daredevil one that has Jeff the Land Shark.
Yeah.
That went for 11,100.
Okay, so the Daredevil went for like 11,000. Yeah.
So yeah, it's about going price then.
I'll go for it. 8,000.
8,400.
Miss Marvel went for 8,400.
So it's not like the guy got still overpaid. So it's it's a justifiable.
No, it's just right around what it. Yeah, they got a fair.
This is probably the best cover, which is the Captain Marvel the End #1.
Yeah,
that went for the same price. I think this one's a better cover, but that's a better character.
Yeah.
Yeah. $12,600. So you guys know now, if you want her commission be done, will be around close to $8,000 to $12,000. All right, let's go to the next slide. Fantastic Four issue number 6 by Azad Ribic, I think I pronounced it, for $11,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ugly ass cover. I'm sorry, but it's ugly. I don't understand. You got 12,000 for this, but you got 11,000 for. Well, I guess because of Doctor Doom. You think that because of the
I
Doctor
like that cover.
You like this cover?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I like his style. It's kind of weird. He's got kind of it's not for everybody, but I've been kind of a fan of a lot of his art for a while. His Thor stuff's pretty good, and he does a lot of good Thor covers.
He does Conan too, right?
Conan and Thor, and those are pretty. I like those a little bit better than I do the.
So it looks as though if it's like what water paint kind of feel to it,
Yeah.
Well, $11,000 for original cover art for Fantastic Four number 6. Alrighty, next one. My Love issue number 3 by Joan Romita Sr. Original cover for $24,000. They're like, I don't get it. They're like, you pay $11,000, you pay $12,000 for, but you only pay $24,000 for a really classic Silver Age or even early Bronze Age.
John Romita Sr.
Yeah. And look at the details on that penciling. I mean, it's curly hairs,
Yeah, full background.
Full background.
Really.
It's the cover. You get the full background, the lettering, and the dress. It's.
Yeah. So this is justifiable for me.
And he always draws such beautiful people. Like, yeah. Yeah, 100% on that one.
And he said, "The man I must not love," and she's falling in love with a man that she must not love, and she's crying as he kisses her lips in that golden curly hair.
Yeah, sums it up.
Stop! I can't love you.
Yeah.
No, Susan, I must. Show me how to play that piano. Please stop. All right, $24,000 on that on that cover.
Fell in love with his piano teacher.
Yes. Stop,
Young
Steve.
teenagers in love.
I must stop. No,
Oh, so those
Susan.
look like teenagers to you?
No, they don't. I'm just saying they always play like they always have these things where they're supposed to be teenagers, but they look like they're 45.
I can't stop. Stop, Steve. No,
You're
Susan.
you're hurting my shoulder.
All right, next. I love
Shoulder
this.
hurts. Yeah, that is awesome.
All right, Captain Marvel, issue number 3 by Jim Stalin. So for $288,000. Wow. I love this cover. I don't
I
care
do
what
too,
they.
man.
This is
Yeah.
awesome. Original, and this is the cover of Thanos with Captain Marvel. Just to let you know, it's not Marvel, it's Marvel. Yeah, it said, "Now I strike you. Now I strike, and now what? Now I strike."
Yeah, that's actually my favorite cover. That's probably my favorite cover that we've seen today on this slide.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's great. The second was John Romita. John Romita Jr. is the second, and
Junior.
I mean John Romita Sr. Sorry. Yeah. But this is such a cool cover.
From a love to destruction. Now am I striking? Now you die. Die, you bastard. So cool ass cover. You know what? 288,000 for what? Close to 300,000 or a little over 300,000 for this original piece. For 25 cents. So I'm assuming this is the early Bronze Age, or isn't it?
Bronze Age, yeah.
So this has to be like in what, 1970s? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Awesome.
25 cents, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, this is a great cover.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next. Superman, issue 280 by Nick Cardy, sold for $12,600. He said, "It is time, the last thing I must do. I'll get you for this." Like he's getting a revenge, but somehow he's crystallizing. So
I've always loved Nick Cardy work because that's the art that I grew up with. But this doesn't look like Nick Cardy to me. This looks like something else.
I don't know. Not the best Superman cover, but so for $12,600, to me, I think he's got a steal because this is what, Silver Age comic or early bronze.
20 cents.
20 cents. Only it's still only 20 cents. So I'm assuming has to be early Bronze Age.
Maybe early bronze. Yeah, early bronze. The very tail end of silver, maybe, or early bronze. Probably bronze. Yeah,
probably bronze. Wow. All right, not the best Superman cover, but still for $12,600, somebody really loved Nick Cardy, or they love Superman,
or both,
or both. Yes,
both. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with spending your money this way. All right, next one. Okay, so that is done for So let's recap. So we got Conan the Barbarian for 40,800. We got 5-page complete story of Steve Ditko for $34,800. We got Popskill by Adam Hughes for $33,600. We got Action Comics 1 by Jim Lee and Scott Williams for $24,000. We got Detective Comic 880 by Jock for $288,000. This one, I don't know. Every time I see this, I gotta laugh. For $500,000 for Spider-Man 311 by McFarlane, and original art of Hellboy page 17 for $43,200. Peach Momoko Wolverine #1 cover art by $12,600. Fantastic Four original cover by Isad Ribic for $11,000. My Love #3 by John Romita Sr. for $24,000. And Captain Marvel by Jim Stalin, issue number 33 for $288,000. and Superman 280 by Nick Hardy for 12,600. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's huge covers, you know, especially with that John Romita, Rick Fallon, and Jim Stalin along with Peach Momoko. Not bad. All right, so this is the CGC graded comic that was sold the day before. No, yeah, the day before that original art. So this was sold on June 26th in the auction. First one, cover only, guys. Cover only. There's no interior. There's absolutely nothing. You only get the front and the back cover only.
That blew my mind.
$408,000, almost $500,000 just for a cover, guys. Woo wee! Jesus Christ, where does this money coming from? Jeez, just for the cover? Just get a facsimile, Jesus Christ.
But it is the original cover, though.
But I've seen like just a year ago, like a 0.5 sold for $400,000, I think. Like,
did it have a cover?
Yeah. I think part of the cover was missing on the back or something, but it wasn't like the most beautiful thing in the world, but it was the entire book plus most of the cover or whatever, like on the front. Yeah, but it was a 0.5.
I bet you the guy who bought it for 0.4 or 0.5, since his cover was damaged, I'm sure he bought this so he can marry that interior along with his original comic.
So he paid $800,000 for a probably qualified 0.5 or 1.0.
So if this was the same buyer, he purchased over $1.2 million on the cover and partial cover in the back, whatever. Now he can marry it together and he can sell it for $3.5 million now.
No.
So, I'm not sure that's how that works.
Hey, if you can find someone who can do a really good job, why not?
Yeah. I don't know. I could see somebody buying a 1.0 qualified for. Yeah, I could see somebody doing that for $800,000 or something. I don't know. That book's crazy, man.
I mean, it's a part of history. It's American history, you know. I get it, but
what's the most important comic book in history? Oh yeah,
true, that too. You got everything's going here, but I hope it's the same seller. I hope it was the same buyer who got that 0.5 qualified, and he got this cover now. I hope he can find somebody that works for American Museum and just make sure to marry them together, and hopefully he get a full book now instead of half-ass. And instead of the green label, now you can get a blue label. Jesus, $408,000 for on a cover only. All right, talking about cover. Here it is, Superman #1, cover only for $78,000.
Man.
Wow. Cover only for $78,000. Jesus.
Yeah, I think 1.0 is. I think it's like. I think that book's close to like 100,000 a grade. I believe it's around that.
But just the cover almost come close, almost close to that complete comic book, regardless of what grade it is. That lowest grade you can get. And this cover is not even the most pristine cover as well, too. I mean, you can see the water damage on that left staple area. There's rips on the other side, and then I don't know if it's the image or what, but the yellow's supposed to be vibrant. It's supposed to be really bright yellow, isn't it? But yeah. For $78,000, cover only for Superman #1. All right, next one.
Yep.
Silver Surfer issue 9.8.
It was actually, hey David, it was actually in 2023. It was a 0.5 blue label, and somebody paid $408,000 for it.
The back cover is missing.
Back cover is missing, and the front cover.
There we go. He can marry this one.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, as you know, when I say marry, you know, I hope it's the same owner that has that back cover missing and that 0.5.
Yeah.
Because as a collector, you want to have something that is complete, right? But at that time, that was the only thing that you can have.
Yeah.
And now you see a cover, you know, pops up, and you win it. And the first thing that I could, if I had this stupid type of money, and this is something that I would do, is if I had a coverless, you know, Action 1, and I want to get an original, and that's what I would do. I would buy the cover and put it together.
Yeah.
But you know, it would be like green, right? Like it wouldn't be a universal.
Right. It'd be a green label, so it wouldn't be universal. But still,
no, but the thing is, I wouldn't even grade it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because what, that 0.5, that cover, let's say coverless, that is a green label anyway, isn't it?
No, that's blue. Covers like green labels like replace staples, married covers and backs, centerfolds.
Was missing something.
Yeah, missing stamps. I think can be qualified.
What about detached cover? Is that green label?
That's blue label.
Blue label.
There we go.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, just
just take the interior, put that cover over it, and send it in as and you might get a 1.0 on it.
Yeah. Detached cover, but still you'll get a point something, but you got a complete book. You know, so I mean, if I had, like I say, if I had,
tell it came from a different book. Yes, it can.
I can't tell since it's restored.
I mean, how the hell CGC is going to know that
the aging
cracked open a book?
They can tell by the staple alignment. They can tell if it looks like different page quality.
I don't know. I would definitely try it though, because I don't think they would go. I don't think CGC would go like under the microscope and just.
If you mess it up where the staples are at, they would have no idea.
Yeah,
highly unethical.
I know it's highly unethical, but somebody could do it. You could mess up the. Yeah, you can mess the spine up on the cover, and they wouldn't be able to tell like if it was from the same book or not.
I don't know, but that's what I would do if I had the money. If I have coverless or damaged cover and got a green label, I'll crack that shit open. I'll buy something like this. I'll try put it together, send it to CGC, and see what it comes out to. Because if they tell me that, like what Ivan was saying, nothing matches, you know, the staple holes and the cover doesn't match it. But if that's the case, then I'll just put it in a Golden Age Mylar and just put it in my safe and said I have a complete, you know, Superman 1 or Action 1 in my safe, you know. But as a collector, that's what I would do, you know, if I had this type of money to burn in a comic book. But yeah, for cover only for Superman 1, 78,000. Here's Silver Surfer 3, CGC 98. Off-white pages to white pages sold for $38,400. And this is the first appearance of
Mephisto.
Yes, thank you.
That seems like a lot of money.
But 98 though.
And I know, but I guess. I don't know, but it still seems like a bit. Yeah.
Honestly, I really don't care about Mephisto. So this for $38,400 on this is a 25 center, so Bronze Age, early Bronze Age. But for $38,000, hey. It's not an easy book to get in 9.8 because
it's not. Yeah.
No? The last sale before this was $55,200. That was back in 2022.
During the height. During the height of everything. Yeah.
This sold for the same price in 2020 though.
Yeah. So it's about what it goes for. Just
yeah.
Well, somebody got a good deal on it. Yeah.
Maybe. True. But 2020, 21, 22, that's all pretty much like post-COVID.
Double the price, right?
Yeah, double the price. So
almost anyway.
Yeah. If this was a white pages, do you think it would have gone for a little bit more?
Possibly, maybe 45 or something. Yeah,
I don't know.
it might not.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I think it might. I think it would go for a little bit. I think it'd go for more of a premium. Yeah, a few thousand more. I think.
Yeah, because the GXX1 that I got is a white page. I noticed that there's a few $100 different from off-white
Yeah.
white pages. So
Yeah.
I mean, for 9.8 for this type of square bound comic book is something to have, I guess. But,
Yeah.
All right, next one here would be Amazing Spider-Man 129. I'm sure everybody know what this is. First appearance of the Punisher for wait. This goes for $14,400, but you got Mephisto for $38,400. What am I missing here?
It's probably harder to get the Mephisto. Those old Silver Surfer books. They have like they're thick,
The square bound.
and they have they're square bound, so they have like the square spine, so they damage easily, like the giant size X-Men.
That would also be like, what age is that?
Was that just 25 center? So it's
25 center, but this is a 20 center. So this is a this is a 30 brown.
Thicker, no?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they're both bronze. I don't know. The Silver Surfer #1 is a Silver Age book, so #3 is probably a Silver Age book too, late Silver Age.
So 20 center. Okay. Well, I thought this was Bronze Age because this is the year 1974, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer 1 was in 68.
Yeah, so that book's probably from 1968 or 1969. So it's still a Silver Age book.
Yeah. But this one is 20 center. Why is it cheaper? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think the other one's more expensive. I think the other one's
because they're like thicker.
Because they're thicker
Square
books,
bound.
I think they sold for more. So instead of 12 cents or whatever, it was like 20 cents.
But
yeah.
But don't you think that I thought the Punisher would be a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like
how many there are in 9.8 though.
Yeah, but the decent like even back in the day it was still around $11,000. Yeah, that seems like a decent price to me.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty decent price to me. I think somebody got a good deal on that.
I think so too.
If I paid $14,000 for it, I would not be upset. I mean, it's
on a 9.8.
Yeah, dude, that's it. Yeah, and they've always been above like from what I can remember, the 9.8s have always been 11,000 or more, like for years. So I think I might be completely wrong.
And this is off-white to white page to off-white pages as well too. So it has the same page quality.
That is the low for the year.
Yeah, it's the low for the year by a bit, by about $4,000 or $2,000 at least. Yeah.
What's the same price it went for in June 17th?
Yeah.
Wow. What's the pop on this on the 90 for ASM 129?
Probably.
It's hard to tell now that they changed their site.
Yeah, they changed their site, so it's hard to tell stuff now.
I know now. Anyway, but yeah, 14,400 for first appearance of Punisher on ASM 129 on a CGC 9.8.
You know what? Let me click here.
All right, the infamous, the very
211.
There's 211. Hey, David, there's 211 in a 9.8.
Wow,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for that price. I mean, it's not really a lot, but it's it's a bit.
Yeah,
I guess it's a lot. Yeah.
Let's look at that.
Here we go.
That book's crazy. That book is crazy to me.
All right. This is the Spider Island by Dan Slott. Was one of the not bad storyline that he has done for ASM. For $677. The interior of this book, if you have read it, is a piece of shit. So June 26th for 9.6. It's not a 9.8 now. For $13,200 for this one right here. It seems like this is the modern grail for variants.
Yeah.
Golly.
I've just never understood that book. Getting those, that book's always gotten these astronomical prices, and I don't get it. I know it's rare, but
I think
I
it's.
mean,
I don't think there's
So-
not than.
Silver Surfer number 398.
yeah.
There's 9.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Viable now.
Yeah.
Justifiable for this book to be 38,000 because
Yeah.
there's only 9 copies of the 9.8 and 200 and what? 200 something copies.
211. Yeah.
111 of this 9.8. So yeah, I get it now. Makes sense to me. And this one here, geez, $13,200 on a 1/100 Gabriel Delauder ASM 667. Like I said, it was a great story overall, but this book on this issue is not so amazing.
So when does the 9.8 for that go? Like
Oh
twice as
well,
much?
we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, I really don't get it either, Joe, when it comes to this book. So anyway, here is Ron's answer to his question. Amazing Spider-Man 667, signed by Gabriel Delauder, sold for $31,200.
Bargain.
Well, you got a custom label as well too. Look at that. That's an additional $30 right there. His signature is probably another $250 to $300. So you add that up. So if this was an original, just a blue label, probably would have sold for maybe $28,000. Yowza! And I love his signature placing. The way he placed that signature is well done.
Yeah. A unsigned copy like a went for 28.8 in January.
Wow! So you bumped up $3,000.
Yeah, that book's wild now.
Wow!
Do you own this cover, David?
Yes.
You do.
The cover is a great cover.
And did you buy it for cover price or did you buy it for a premium?
You have that book?
Oh no, I don't have the book. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No.
So how do you have the?
How did I know about the story?
Well, no. How do you have? You said you have the cover, right?
Oh no. I don't have the cover.
Okay.
No, I don't even own any of this in any variation. I mean, it's a great cover art. I mean,
I think they reprinted it, but
there's La Mole. There were some other Mexican version of it. I think there's many variation of this cover, but for this original to be selling for 31,000, there's you can't argue that the comic book market is dead, because there's people out there that's willing to spend this type of money on a comic book that came out in 2012, 2013.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I mean, that is still down from the high in 2022, which went for 43,200.
Yeah, I mean, at that time, the market itself was
just still for it to still command 31,000.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's crazy.
It is. Oh, and by the way, I sold my Lockjaw and that Pet Avenger, that Scotty Young, one out of 15. I sold mine for $1,100 just the other day.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And this wraps up for our original art and CGC auction that was sold. Wow, this is pretty awesome.
So how much is Heritage Pocket from all this? They get 20%, something like that?
Yeah, a lot.
At least 20
millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get millions per auction. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, here we are. I'm sorry.
The buyer's premium is 20,000, but then sometimes they get more on top of that too.
Yeah.
Wow. So whoever keeps saying the market is dead, comic is dead, they can go suck on my wiener.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but this is.
It's
also like an outlier. It's kind of like an exception. You know, they're
Maybe,
different
yeah.
buyers, I think.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know where. I have no idea where the market's at anymore. It's impossible, especially with like Golden Age. It's just impossible to tell. Like the same book in Golden Age, somebody buys a $13,000 copy, and somebody paid like $18,000 for a 4.0. Because we bid on this book a long time ago, and it just went. And there's no way we were going to get it. It ended up going for like $18,000.
Golly.
And it was a 4.0. And that same exact book, it was Mystic Comics #6. That same exact kind of a book sold in the 8.0 2 years later for $20,000.
Oh, God.
An 8.0 for $20,000 as opposed to like a 4.0 for like 19 after all taxes and everything, man. Crazy. Yeah.
I guess it was that all.
Yeah.
It all has
No
to.
idea how to.
We didn't get either.
We didn't get either. Yeah, but I love that book. It's like the first Destroyer, which is like the first Stanley character, Stanley character he created, and it's to us it's an important book. And I don't know if we'll ever get a copy of it. It's so ridiculously, stupidly expensive. I don't think we'll ever get a copy. But yeah, we didn't know it was going to go for that. Either one had no idea it was going to go for that much. But the 8.0 for $20,000, that's not bad. Like.
For Golden Age?
Golden Age, yeah.
8.0
key book. It's a key book. It's a famous book. A key book. It's Stanley's first character creation.
8.0 first superhero.
First superhero creation, yeah. $20,000 in 8.0 as opposed to $19,000 for a 4.0 just a couple years prior.
But that 4.0 was pretty like
the one with the marker on it.
Mm-hmm. They got that removed.
They got it removed, and it's still a 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the same one. Yeah.
I'm just saying it was a pretty 4.0.
It was a pretty 4.0. It was a good looking 4.0. Yeah. Well, you know what else is pretty? An 8.0.
Yeah.
As all the books that I've been trying to sell, that I know that I noticed that the minor key issue doesn't sell at all. But the major like NX3, first Laura Kenny, I sold that for $1,000. That Lockjaw, which I have a lot of people saying that's really hard to find, sold for $1,100. And my New Mutant 98 I sold for $1,200. So overall, those keys are selling. So market is not dead. People are saying it's all-time low, but honestly speaking, it's not. It's you can never compare, because now it's 2005. We had a COVID in 2020. We had 2 years of those high market prices.
Right.
That has passed. But those type of key issues to be selling for that type of price, to me, the market is not dead. It's still here.
Is it collectors or is it investors?
Well, there's a couple of things. Number one, I think it feels lower because of the high, right?
Yeah, true.
So, because that drop, I feel like it feels lower than it actually is. And then two, the spec around Marvel movies, that part
is gone.
I feel like it's dead. That's gone.
Yeah, but people are still paying high prices for these books, though. Regardless, like it's not hype anymore. It's not FOMO or it's nothing like that. It's just
not for everyone.
Not for everyone, no, but for a lot. But they're just expensive. People are paying a lot of money for them.
Well, I think it's that it's settled now after the craziness, and now that it's settling, I think more people feel comfortable buying again. Whereas you didn't really want to, as the prices are going down, you don't really want to buy and then it drops some more. Now it's stabilized. I think people feel a little bit more comfortable
and safe with it. Yeah.
Sure. My Age of Spider-Man, Age of Spider-Verse, issue number 2, I sold that for $800.
Nice.
It's signed by Jason Latour, but regardless, to me, is that all these established keys are selling, and these are all modern books that I've been selling. So I think the market is, people are saying, oh no, the market is down, but it's not. Honestly, it's level to a point.
It's leveled out. Yeah. It's just a lot less than it was in 2022, but it's pretty high. I mean, it's good,
It's not high, it's stable.
It's stable, yeah.
And I do think that 800 for that book is, in my opinion, I think that's low, but
what Edge of
Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm.
You know
that that's what it's going for. Though.
I know. I just feel like it should be $1,000 book.
I feel like it should be a more valuable book, but it's but that's just where it's at. That's the market. That's the market now. And
well, the thing is that I checked the market on that Edge of Spider-Verse 2 original, cover A, on a 9.8, just on the blue label itself, is selling for like 560s.
Yeah.
650 maybe at the top, but I was able to get 850 out of it. I'm like, I'm happy. Like even for NYX,
I think that's good. Yeah,
that was for.
I think you got a good price for it. I'm just saying.
We're saying that we think that book is the value of the book. It's undervalued book. I think it should be about a $1,200 book, but it's not.
It was.
I think you got a good. Yeah, I think you got a good, pretty damn good sell on that. Really. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I wasn't going to sell it, but he keeps saying that it was for his daughter's birthday. He wanted, like, he gave me all this thing that I would do when I trying to lowball somebody, and like I was a sucker.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's for your daughter. Here you go. As for the Lockjaw, he's a collector, and actually he was reaching out to me on my eBay page, and I told him, I'll message. I said follow. I'll put follow in a message. I put IG SNMC. I put DAVID underscore, and like, what are you trying to say? Like, are you on crack? I'm like, I like laugh out loud. I say follow. I put each letter. I put IG DAVID underscore, and this automated message pops up like eBay are if you're trying to send a message to so and so saying that if you're trying to sell outside of eBay or another payment, this is violating the eBay thing. Anyway, overall, he got the point. He reached me out and realized that I was following him. He was following me at one point, and we were just able to bring it down to 1,100. He was very happy with it. So, and here it is, all ready to go.
Cool.
Yeah. So, very happy. Very happy. So also, last week, me and Ron, 2 weeks ago, when me and Ron was going through FOC, there was this one comic book that was from 616. It's the TMNT book. Remember, Ron? There's that foil, and okay, I'll show it to you. I had to get it.
You had to.
I had to. Great cover.
Oh, that's right. You were after that. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
So is this the more expensive one, or is this
No. This is the original. There's just a regular cover. There was a foil with the blue background, but this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I like that.
I just had to get it.
Yeah,
I forgot the name of the artist. What was the name of the artist? Lozano, was it?
No, it wasn't Lozano. It was, oh God.
Is it Poulet?
Jesus.
I guess it doesn't matter. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Cedric, I think. Poulet?
Yeah, Cedric Poulet or something like that. Anyway, his signature is like this right here, if you can see it. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, this damn freaking StreamYard free service only freaking streams at 720. I gotta pay extra $24 a month if I want to do a freaking 1080, but I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. Maybe once we start getting monetized, or get like
yeah, okay.
Then. Other thing that I have gotten was this one right here. It's called Marvel 2025 Topps Chrome. There's about what?
Okay.
How many packs are in here? Jesus. But yeah, I think there's like six packs with 4 cards per, and you get one lava. And this is what I pulled. Let me see what I can get.
Sorry, where'd you pick that up from?
Huh?
Where'd you buy that from?
Target.
No kidding.
Yeah, I have a Target app, and every time there's something that new release, I check on the date, and yeah. So this is what I pulled. I pulled the Iron Man Gold, non numbered. Can you see it?
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
cool.
And out of this box, there was two lava instead of one. So I got Sentry
Okay.
and I got Cloak on the lava.
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and these are the refractor on the Ant Man refractor
Okay.
and a Shang-Chi icon refractor. And I got Khazar 60th anniversary in the refractor.
I wonder what a Black Widow looks like.
Yeah, I was if I had one, I was gonna send one to you, but I didn't put any Black Widow. But
Like
here,
on eBay.
drones, and I was very surprised that I was able to pull this out of the pack. Was signed by Chris Yost,
Oh,
original
Wow.
signature.
cool.
Yeah, so that was all in that one box. So,
Hmm.
so it was like 40. I think it was like $45
Okay.
for this booster pack, and on a booster box, and uh, and this is another product that I'm gonna do a product review on. It's called All Touch, and I've been seeing it on Instagram a lot, for cards and things. So this is a 55 point. So this is good for like chrome or a little bit thicker cards, and it fits perfectly. And one thing great is that the magnet's so strong, it holds it like this,
Hmm.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's super clear, is scratch resistant, and I'll do that review on my thing. So these are some of the cards that I put in. It's like it really pops, and here's some of the Marvel cards that I got. I just tried it and it looks really great. Maybe not on this camera, but trust me, it's and this is the One Piece.
And
Sorry, so
Yeah,
how much it goes again?
for five, you get five, um, and you get five in a box, and each one comes with one has a card in it, so you get a prospect or rookie card, and some of
Oh,
it be parallel. So it's just random, but just overall, I got it for the product, and yeah, you know what? They were lying. The magnet is strong.
Yeah.
It holds. So I really like that, and everything is clear, so the card is the main focus. So really, it just looks great. But the only thing that is the holder that I have for my One Touch. This is a lot bigger and wider, so the cover won't cover. I mean, it won't close.
yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. As for comic book, this is the only book that I got recently. I just had to get it. I don't know why. I know why. I just like the
We know why.
yeah.
He likes pizza.
There you
Oh,
go.
I love pizza. Man, there's this one place, and it's called Forelli's.
Yeah.
They have such a great pizza.
We love our pizza places, but man, in the last 3-4 years, our favorite pizza places have been closing.
Oh yeah.
All those nice franchise places are still around, but the independent stuff, they've been going out of business.
Yeah,
Hard
so-
to find that new favorite pizza place.
yeah.
Well, check out Forelli's. That's what I would recommend. Is they have really, I mean, their dough is so tasty,
Mm.
and just overall, one thing about Forelli's that I wish they put a little bit more topping and a little bit more cheese, but overall, it's a great pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And Hazel Dan, I saw you guys little short that you guys put up. I don't know when, of your top 10 One Piece cards. that you have in your collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Thank you. We realized our anniversary was coming up because our first set we got was like OPO7. So
our One Piece anniversary, not our anniversary. But, yeah. Our anniversary for when we started collecting One Piece.
Mm-hmm. I said our anniversary is coming up, and he's like, "Okay, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Our anniversary is in December." Like,
what anniversary do you think I'm talking about? I'm like, I don't have any idea now.
Like, what do you want to do on a One Piece?
And then she made me think for a minute. I'm like, oh, it's not our anniversary. It's not December.
He's like, okay, let's go to that place. I'm like,
and he was like, place where we bought our very first One Piece card. Yeah, sure, let's go. Let's get a booster pack.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be funny. You guys talking about the same anniversary, but totally different. And Ivan drives to the car shop or whatever, and just thinking, "Where's this? I don't remember coming here on an anniversary."
This isn't where we got married. What's going on?
Wonder who she's thinking about.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, just pretty much anything new, you guys?
Not really.
No. And I say you guys comic book haul and God, you guys been busy.
Yeah,
she's been busy.
Well, I mean, we hadn't done a haul since
it's been a while,
3-4 months. I guess it hasn't been that long, but it's been a while.
That's a lot of book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And there's like a stack that we didn't show because
nobody's got that kind of time.
No, well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also like move them whenever you're moving the box, like the stacks around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's great. I mean, sometimes I troll a lot of people's channels just to see what they grabbed, and you guys just always seems to amaze me the type of books that you guys grab. I mean, when it comes to modern, there's like a lot of mix and matches.
Yeah.
Pretty
eclectic. Yeah, we're pretty.
And I was surprised that Master X Splinter made he also done a video too about a month ago. So I was I was shocked.
He's still collecting, huh?
Yeah, he's still collecting, and so might not be making the whole video once every 2 weeks, but still every 3-4 months, or even after 3-4 years, boom, it pops up and like what, and you just have to see what he what's great. So it seems like even Doom 143, I saw he popped a couple of comic books that he picked up. I'm like, oh, okay, so he's still not. I mean, he still hasn't given. He's still collecting. He's still in, within the hobby. I don't remember the last time he put up any comic book. For a year or so, I didn't see any comic book he posted. But just suddenly he's posted 2 comic book, saying that one of the comic shop was closing, so he had to pick up some of the books. Yeah. Hello there, Dan. Man, I've been watching your IGs, and you pick up some really crazy books, man. Really, really crazy. Him as well too. When I watch his IGs, the books that he picks up, especially on Whatnot, is like picks up this crazy metal covers and so. And he's right in my avenue too. He loves sexy books, sexy covers. So I love watching his stuff. So yeah, Dan, keep posting it, man, and don't blare out the good stuff, okay? Don't put a painting tape on it, please.
I think you'll get some strikes though.
Yeah, I might.
Does it on IG?
I don't know. I might.
Yeah. every time I put something in like close to sexiness or close to bare skin on on my thumbnail, it tells me that I have, I get a warning. Like I don't get a strike, but I get a warning.
You must get a lot of warnings, David.
Yeah, I got a lot of warnings, but you know what? And honestly, I never gotten a strike yet. I think because yeah, but we might get a strike for this one, showing that Adam Hughes, you know. But the thing is, I read the fine print when it comes to what can be what you can show, what not can be shown, and he said that any nudity is a no, right? Okay, I understand that, but they're saying the image or something that is sheer, you can. So I don't understand why, because everything that I pretty much show on my channel is all art. It's drawn. It's not a photo of naked girls, and I get a warning. And like I don't get it.
I guess it's the depiction, just the depiction of it.
Well, the thing is that my channel has to be 18 and over in order to you see it. So if you have a YouTube channel and you're underage, my channel's not going to be popping up as a suggestion or anything like that. It has to be 18 and over.
Yeah.
Still, I don't get it. But
YouTube is basically a corporate money making machine, so they want to make their money and they want everybody else to make their money, and they police everything, so you can't even make certain comments without them erasing it or deleting it and stuff like that. So
it comes to a point where I feel like we're living in a very sensitive world right now.
Yeah, they've gotten out of control with their censorship.
Yeah. Even with Disney, especially with Disney, Jesus Christ, this diversity. But talking about Disney, I saw the first episode of Ironheart.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
No.
I tried watching it, and after 10-15 minutes, I said I can't watch it anymore. It was so not interesting to me.
I gave it a try.
I gave it a try, exactly.
Not the first 15 minutes. I watched the whole first episode.
And Robert Downey Jr. got $1 million for doing a 1 million promotion for that TV show, and I just could not stand it. I just said, I'm done.
Yeah.
That bad?
What is that you didn't like about that show in your first 15 minutes?
It's just not interesting to me. I got better things to do, Honestly, I did. Let's see. We get that streaming service for pretty cheap. We only get streaming services if we get a discount or a promotion, and we get that thing for pretty cheap. So I got a lot of streaming services for cheap now, and there's stuff I'd much rather watch.
Yeah.
It's just not worth my time. Seriously, David, I can't believe you saw the whole episode. I mean, it was just not interesting at all to me.
Well, to me, it's like if you're really gonna give your opinion or you want to critique, you gotta watch at least one full episode, And it's another like 30-something minute that I cannot take back because one, I don't understand the dynamic between her and Natalie, which is her best.
I don't care.
It didn't build up to a point where the backstory doesn't really like. So what, So who cares about the garage? That the mother has cleaned up and so anything just did not match up. Also, I didn't like the fact that it didn't really go along with the comic book, because one, she came back from Wakanda from fighting the freaking Namor and the Aquarian, whatever they want to call it. I forgot what they called it in MCU, right? So on Wakanda Forever, I think, was it Wakanda Forever, the Black Panther 2?
Yeah.
Riri Williams was there fighting along with Shuri as a Black Panther, right? She had vibranium. And on top with all that, she's still in MIT, but still broke as hell. You know.
Yeah.
What and I don't get is like, well, can Wakanda support her or help her to build whatever that she wants to build? I mean, can Siri just send her like $1 billion to her and say, here's all the vibranium that you can use on your suit, and here's all the tech that you can use, you know? But no, she get kicked out of MIT for here. Well, since you guys are not going to watch it, I'm just going to give you a spoiler for episode 1. She get kicked out of MIT for pretty much costing them a lot of money because she does this project for this suit and it goes bad all the time, right? And she doesn't study for the other things. She's very focused on that suit that she wants to make. So she get kicked out. She goes home to Chicago, and I figure like Siri. I mean, I figure Wakanda would help her, but no, they're broke. They're in a ghettoest town in Chicago, right?
So how does she get the money for building this stuff and doing this stuff?
Well, she's been selling some of the
comic books.
No, some of the projects like AI type of program to other school prodigies. Like, you know, she's really good with AI, so she's like a couple of AI that she programmed, and she will sell it, and they will pay her, and that's how she funds her for her project in MIT to make that suit.
Like what stuff? I don't
like she makes like $1 billion because that's what that thing would cost.
No. It doesn't even make $1 billion. She make like a couple hundred here, a few hundred here, a few hundred.
But what I'm getting at, it's $1 billion. It would cost $1 billion to build something like that. You'd have to be like Tony Stark, you'd have to be like a billionaire.
Well, here's the thing. Remember on Iron Man? Yeah, you remember when Iron Man? He said that he will be funding MIT for, you know, so some of the money that would for support whoever wants to build their dream in MIT. So she was using that along with the money that she's making on the side. But the thing is, the story doesn't really like it doesn't resonate. You know, the characters, the acting sucks. The acting is terrible.
The writing and the acting is terrible. I mean, you know, David, when we've been on, we've talked about stuff we like watching. Like, I think it was the last one or the one before we talked about Sicario 1 and 2. We really loved that writing and acting. It was so good. This is nothing close to that. This was just garbage.
Garbage. Now I know why they decided not to release it. And now they, you know, after so and so, they got pretty much nothing. So it's a project already been made. So I figured just to let it out there. But to me, it's like it was waste of the terrible story, terrible writing, terrible acting. She was bad in Black Panther too. Anyway, to begin with.
Yeah. If you didn't have her in there, it wouldn't matter.
No,
difference.
No, it wouldn't. The weakest link on that whole movie because, like, do we really needed to see that? You know,
I didn't see the second one.
You did see the second one.
No, I didn't see. I haven't seen. I saw the first Black Panther, which was pretty good.
Yes, you did.
I didn't see Wakanda Forever.
Yes, you did.
I have not seen that. I have not watched Wakanda Forever.
Do you remember
No, I remember seeing the previews to it. I remember seeing a commercial for it and a trailer for it, and I was like, I'm not watching that crap.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, you're right. It was a crap to begin with.
I didn't. Nothing about it.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it's just there's no Bozeman. I mean, the Black Panther. I'm not in. I don't care about Shuri. I don't want to watch a movie about Shuri.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to watch a movie about a submariner that I know nothing about that doesn't resemble anything like the submariner in any way, shape, or form, or anything at all. Like, I'm not interested in it.
It's not Namor, it's Namor.
Namor, yeah.
Who cares?
Oh
man.
Oh God. But just overall, that Riri Williams, that Ironheart is bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you watched the whole thing, David. I mean, it's just after 10 minutes, I knew it was terrible.
Yeah,
nothing. I couldn't connect with the characters. Nothing.
I have not seen it. I promise I haven't.
I promise you have.
I would bet. I have not seen. I would.
Yes,
I would remember something like that. I have not seen it. You've seen it.
I didn't want to see
You
it
have to
because I thought it was
dissociate
going to be
yourself from
bad. But when I did see it,
I've
it
never
wasn't
seen it.
bad at all.
I've never seen it.
And all this time, Yvonne was just looking under the brim, like, "No, you've seen it."
He's seen it.
I haven't
Like
seen it.
sometimes he plays like his little chess game, and he watches stuff, but he doesn't really watch it.
I haven't. I must have been sleeping. You must have turned it on and watched it while I was sleeping. That doesn't count.
Sure.
I haven't seen
Sure.
it. I haven't seen it. I'm sorry.
Well, that debate will continue.
Oh, it'll continue. Yeah, it's.
But yeah, just terrible. I got a chance to watch Superman because I'm a Prime member. And week before, I had a chance to buy the ticket to go see it, and of course I didn't see it, but had a chance. But the only seat that was available was the first row.
Oh no, it's not worth it.
I mean, I have to watch the movie like this all the time.
Yeah.
No.
So I decided not to go. But that's the perfect, huh?
What do y'all think about the new trailers for the Superman movie? Like the ones that show a whole lot more than the original ones that we watched. Y'all, did that do anything for you, or did it kind of?
Here's my thing. Lex Luthor has to hit big for that movie to really succeed.
Yeah.
If Nicholas Hoult, what's his name? Nicholas Hoult?
Nicholas Hoult, yeah.
If he doesn't pull that character off,
Guy who was like,
it doesn't work. Gene Hackman worked as a good.
It's a different.
It's Tess Walker.
I understand that, Yvonne, but the thing is, he's Lex
different
Luthor.
vibe. It's a different feel. Like the other Superman was like embraced a lot more of the campiness.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one looks kind of campy too with Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the movie Twister, the recent one that just came.
I think the problem for me is that original Superman with Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman. I love it so much, and I love the acting in it so much. Like I love everything about it so much, and it's so endearing to me that it's just hard to do better than that for me. You know, they might make something that's quality, might be better. This might be better, but Christopher Reeve's always going to be Superman to me, and Gene Hackman's always going to be Lex Luthor. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. But you know what?
Hard to get past that for me.
Henry Cavill won me over. I thought Henry Cavill was a good Superman.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and along with but this one I love everything about it. But if Nicholas Hoult do a really good job as Lex Luthor, I think this is going to be a hit. But if not, I see a lot of people just shitting on it.
Yeah,
but
he's a decent actor. Yeah, Nicholas Hoult, he's a decent actor. I think it'll be all right. You know.
Yeah, I loved him in what was that demon? What was that zombie movie?
He was Beast in X-Men, wasn't he?
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies.
Yeah, Warm Bodies. Yes, I love.
He's also in another movie that we saw recently. The one about the cooking, the chef.
Yes.
What's that called? The Menu.
The Menu.
The Menu.
Yeah, he was in that, and he was good in that. He's a slime ball, but he was good in that. Yeah.
Yes, and yes, Ron, he was the Beast from that new X-Men.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Mixed feeling about the new Superman. Like I'm excited to see it, but in a way, I'm kind of might be disappointed at Lex Luthor, the character itself. You know, but
it's like the more they show the.
Yeah, the more they show, the more I'm kind of like, I don't know. I wish I would have kept the trailer a little bit shorter, but after I saw more of it, I'm like,
the first one, like, because
sure.
that first one looked good,
really good, and then
the more the show, I'm like,
wow. But I want to watch it for sure.
But do you feel is it because James Gunn put too much character all in one time?
Yeah, too much. It's and then the scene where he's up in the air and he's spinning around with the legs, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
Like I think some of the special effects look kind of bad.
Well, I heard that wasn't the finished product. So
okay, well, I hope not. Yeah,
yeah.
That's the thing that got me. It's like, it doesn't look real good quality there. It's.
But yeah, really thinking about it, there's a lot of characters. There's Superman himself. You got Hawkgirl, right?
Guy Gardner.
You got one. What's that? Wonder Man.
Is it Wonder Man?
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Right. And who else you got there? You got Metamorpho. Metamorpho. Is that a Lex Luthor? Of course, but I mean, you got the dog.
Crypto.
Let's do that to the dog.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. You guys gonna go watch it?
So far, the dog is
the star. To me, the dog was the star of the first trailer. To me,
And Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, he's gonna be great as Guy Gardner. I don't know if we're gonna see it in the theater. We'll probably wait and watch it for free at home. We get streaming services that come out pretty quick sometimes and stuff. So
if it doesn't hit, if it's a bomb, then
maybe.
Yeah, if it's a bomb, I'll just wait.
Yeah,
I'm more excited about Fantastic Four, to be honest. I think
that looks really good to me.
That has more potential than Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised that Franklin Richards actually is in that movie, in that universe now.
I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it, but yeah.
If that thing bombs, that's going to be terrible. That's going to be too bad.
Well, that's going to be 3 in a row. Fantastic Four, you got to do it 4 times to make it right.
Right, and then it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. You cannot tell.
Right. The 4th one's going to be fantastic.
I
think this is going to be really good. Yeah.
Have you seen Jurassic Park with Black Widow and Blade in that movie? No.
The new Jurassic.
The new Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World, right?
Jurassic World, right? No, I haven't seen that yet. No.
I'm gonna go see it this coming Tuesday.
Okay. I like the Jurassic Park trilogy. Not a trilogy, it's whatever it is. The whole.
I love it. It's just
the whole series. Yeah, I like them too. Yeah. There actually hasn't been one that I've watched that I didn't like. I like them all.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. I've liked them all. Some of them are better than others, but I've liked them all.
I like the action and the CGI, all those things. But
I'm kind of a dinosaur nerd, so I love dinosaurs. So, like, for that
the first one is still the best. Like,
yeah. You don't like the one where he wrangles all the velociraptor?
No.
He's a velociraptor whisperer.
Velocipaster.
Yeah.
I did like that one.
That was a good one. Yeah. There's a movie called Velocipaster. You got to watch it.
Velocipaster?
Velocipaster, yeah.
What movie?
He's the Velocipaster. He's a priest, and he ends up turning into a velociraptor. Yeah, he ends up turning into a velociraptor to fight evil. And,
wow,
it's really funny, man. Yeah,
it's great.
And I remember that he's talking to his mentor at the church, and he goes,
another priest,
and he's talking to another priest, and the head priest is like telling the guy, he goes, I don't think God wants people dead like that. He goes, oh, I think God wants a lot of people dead. Yeah, she's got, I don't know, it's just got some really funny lines in it. Yeah, you got to watch it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's good, man. It's a cheap movie. It was made on a film. It cost more than the cost about as much as the budget. Yeah, it was like half the budget for the movie. Yeah, so.
Man,
but it's funny, man. Check it out if you can.
To get drunk or stoned and just kick back at your house and just watch all the movies. Go watch it because I'll be like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun, especially Velocipaster. Yeah.
You don't need the alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
It stands on its own.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean, it might help, right? Like, I'm not saying that.
I mean, we say that, and then anybody that watches is probably going to hate it.
We recommended it to our friends, and they
liked it too.
They enjoyed it.
Anyway, enough about Velocipaster.
So there's a small little leak of Avengers Doomsday.
A leak?
Yeah, of filming. So there's Deadpool lying on that the void thing, and Doctor Doom standing over him, and yeah. So I don't know. They said that it's costing them over God about $800 million to make these two movies.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So imagine if this movie bombs.
Yeah. It.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Ron saw the movie Thunderbolts, right? I watched it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, but
and yet it bombed.
It bombed.
We have it on our watch list.
We have it on our watch list. It's on our streaming thing, so we're planning on watching it. But so it didn't do good. I thought it was like one of the.
It was highly anticipated, but it didn't do well.
Well, here's the thing. He got a good rating overall for the people who actually watched it on Rotten.
Right.
I was going to say potato again. Rotten Tomato. All right. And
Rotten Potato.
And it was one of the highest gross so far when it comes to MCU movie. But it is the lowest. It's the second to the lowest.
Yeah.
When it comes to MCU movie. So
it says it falls on the lower end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about like box office returns or for what?
Yeah, box office
ratings. Okay.
Yeah, because there are some movies that are so good you would want to see it again.
Yeah.
And this is not one of them. I would not want to see this one again. I mean, I'll watch it on TV at the streaming.
Yeah, it's projected to lose money for they said to lose money for Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
which is weird because I did enjoy it.
Yeah, me too. I thought the jokes was right on, and I thought the Sentry being with the Thunderbolt, I thought that would clash, but just somehow it worked. And just overall, it was a very entertainment movie. But yeah, it says it's one of the very lowest. It bombed. It bombed on and so I don't know why.
I don't think there's a lot of people going to the movies anymore. Like,
true, but
it's expensive to go to a movie.
Yeah, well, that's why you go on Tuesdays because they have a half price.
Yeah.
Like you if you go on a Saturday, I would have paid $33 so and so, right? On Tuesday, I'm paying $16 for both. So it's like $8 a ticket. Like, I'm not gonna miss out on that. I mean, for
When was the last movie we saw in the theater?
Gone with the Wind.
Was that ever on theater? What?
I don't know. We haven't been at the theater in quite a while. I don't remember.
Gone with the Wind is a great movie, but
it is a great movie. Yeah,
if
they released it in the theater, I'd probably go see it. Yeah, they re-released it.
It's a fucking 3.5 hour movie, isn't
it? Yeah. It's one of those where they have an intermission in the middle.
Yeah,
it's like weird.
No, I don't think I would watch it. One time,
you like the movie, David?
I love movie,
but you might want to sit in the theater and watch it for 3 hours, though, right?
I think the last time that we had an emission like that was Avatar.
Yeah.
What about like the Lord of the Rings? Do those have?
I don't remember them having intermissions.
No, that didn't have. Like,
you just take a nap.
Wait, here's the thing. So like Avatar, it's a love story. It's a life moving stuff, but it had action.
Right.
All right. Lord of the Ring, yes, it has a lot of dialects, but it had action. Gone with the Wind, a lot of dialects, no action.
Right.
It had action.
Little action, but not
little action,
but not like.
But the kissing,
it's good. But it's good though. You know what I mean? Like it'll just the stuff going around, the cinematography, the scenery, and just the acting and stuff like that, and the characters. It'll it keeps me interested. I'm all right with that. It just has to be a really good movie to.
Casablanca is my oldie. I mean, I would watch that movie in a theater, But Gone with the Wind, yeah, acting I'm sure was great. Cinematography, it won a lot of Oscars. I understand, but to me, if I had to go back and watch an old movie, I would watch Casablanca. It had action, it had love story, backstabbing. It has a villain. And man, Humphrey Bogart was cool in that fucking trench coat and the hat.
He's cool in everything.
And also
Rhett Butler,
Rhett Butler's about as cool as it gets, yeah.
And also he had those one-liners, Play that again, Sam. Those things like that. The music, and this is the what towards the end. What he says is like something like, "This is the best friendship." Some forgot the line, but when she goes on a plane, he walks back and like this is. Fuck, I forgot that line again, but it's like those one line.
You kid.
Never seen you kid or something like that.
Yeah. He's looking at you, kid.
Yeah.
I think the last thing we might have seen was Star Wars.
Okay.
Was it one of the Star Wars movies?
Might have been.
Yeah. Long time ago.
God.
Yeah.
God, the Return of the Jedi? No.
It would have been like the Last Jedi.
One.
The Last Jedi.
Right? Would that be the last one that we saw?
Might be.
That might be the last one that we saw. It's been a long time since we've been to the movies. Yeah.
That's pre-COVID.
Yeah. We should just shut down at COVID, man. If COVID came around, I'm like, I'm not doing crap.
I'll stream it.
I'm gonna stream everything. I'm gonna go hanging out with people. I'm just
also around then is like when the Marvel movies went
yeah.
So
it went down. True. Yeah. Talking about so and so, I'm just going to change the subject. Dallas, Texas. You guys had a huge waterfall, rainfall.
Yeah.
I read the news that 27 people were dead due to the flood.
Missing. Yeah, there's still I think there's 20 missing girls still. Yeah, man. It's it went through the camp, I think around Kerrville, and it happened in the middle of the night while people were sleeping and stuff like that, and then nobody was expecting it. It was more rain than was anticipated, and it just all went down. And yeah, man, it's really bad.
So that place is like a couple hours from where you guys live, right? Are you having rainfall where you live right now?
Actually, I think so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and we didn't get any of it or anything like that. It might be 2.5 hours out or something like that, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Yeah, it's a bit out.
Yeah,
but it's flooded down there before though. Like in the 80s, I think they had another major flood around there. It's that river.
The way I understand it is the
Guadalupe River. Yeah,
the camp is near a river.
Yes,
the rain fell.
Yeah,
the land underneath the river is like hard stone concrete. There's no water to go, so the places got flooded.
Yeah, and it uprooted the foundation of everything, and there's this. Man, somebody said there's like.
Yeah, I heard 24 feet. And I just couldn't believe that. 24 feet?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's really high.
People's houses were floating down the. And there's this video somewhere apparently of like this house. It's like this mobile home thing that's like floating across the water, and you can hear the people screaming inside of the mobile. It's bad, dude. Yeah, there's more people, man. Yeah.
Well, it was really strange because my daughter just got back from camp. She went to camp at Stanford, which is kind of safe,
Yeah.
But to hear that these kids, way younger than my daughter, are at camp and dead from water.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
It's like water in Texas and fire in California. Like everything's crazy, man.
Yeah, the fires in California have been because of the explosives.
Yeah.
I think the warehouse with all the fireworks they distribute, it blew up.
Yeah. And so there were a couple of fires because of that. One in Hayward, one in Yolo County. There's just too many fireworks in one place, and all you need is a match.
Yeah.
I've been watching some crazy news where these guys would this arson would start a forest fire purposely, okay, and of course the fire people will come and try to put out the fire, and they would wait for them to show, and they start shooting at them, and I think one died, one got injured due to but like, what kind of world are we living to a point where you start a fire to have the fireman comes, and if the fire doesn't contain it, it becomes a whole forest fire, right? But at the same time that you be these people waiting for them to come. And then also one was in Oklahoma, in a shopping mall. It's one of the big shopping mall in Oklahoma. Gunfight due to two gangs.
Yeah.
And you get to see the CCTV and the camera, and one guy was just going through, and all you hear is bah, 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 fire blazing, and he takes out a gun, and he starts shooting. And like,
do y'all either one of y'all remember that movie Colors back in the 80s with Sean Penn and Robert Duvall and Sean Penn? I remember in one of those theaters there was like the rival gangs ended up showing up to watch that movie, and there was like this big huge gang fight thing that happened there, and people got shot and all kinds of stuff, and I think guys from different rival gangs would show up, and it just kind of, I don't know, pretty wild. But that was like way back in the day too. This stuff's been happening for a long time, but it just seems to be getting a lot more prevalent, a lot more frequent.
Yeah, it's crazy. And there was this one jewelry store that got robbed by 30 men. 30 of them, not one or two, 30. In 20 seconds, they ransacked the whole thing. Not only one, they've hit 2 jewelry stores.
Golly, man.
Where's that at?
I don't know what state it is, but it was like 30 men robbed a jewelry store in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It normally takes 5 minutes for the police to show up. Depends where it looks. Maybe 2 minutes at the least.
Right.
But 20 seconds. And you watch the video, security cameras and videos, and it's just, man, it's terrifying. Have 30 guys come in. Of course, this is after hours, after all the doors are shut, but it's still 30 guys. Jeez. Imagine the damage that 30 guys can do in a comic book shop.
Oh, man.
See, she agrees.
She agrees. Yeah. She's like, let's do it, Daddy. Let's go. Yeah.
God. So, just be careful out there, and especially when you're in a crowded. That's why sometimes I get freaked out when I go to like malls or events, like even Comic-Con. Sometimes I get nervous.
Yeah. Do you think that we're heading towards a time when movies in the theater are gonna die, kind of like the music stores and like the drive-ins? They used to have like the drive-in, movie theaters and stuff like that, and those no longer exist. Do you think we're getting to the point where people are going to stop going to the movies?
Eventually.
Yeah.
I think all the movies that is being released, I think it will go straight into streaming service instead of coming on the theater. But I'm sure there's going to be a handful of blockbuster movie that probably will hit the theater, but I don't think we'll have many theaters as we would have now. I think in decades from now, I say half of the I said half of the it might actually close down.
Yeah.
Because
I used to like those. Like I used to like going to the record stores and stuff, man. And like I remember, it tells you how old I am too. But I think we're all about the same age or whatever. But like
we're in the same.
Like couldn't wait for I remember VHS tapes and renting stuff at Block. Couldn't wait for this stuff to come out on a medium, to where the tapes and the cassettes and just this tangible thing that you have to put into another item to watch it or to listen to it and stuff like that. And I miss some of that stuff, it's a lot more convenient today. But man, there was something really cool about going to Blockbuster with your friends and stuff back in the day. And I hope they have the movies we want, and then they didn't. And then you'd have to look around for an hour and find something else. And then you'd rent a couple of movies, and you guys would you go home with your friends and you watch a couple of movies that night, and then pay $1 late charge when you wanted to watch it again the next day. I miss stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff just gone now, and this young generation will have no idea about any of that stuff or how cool some of that stuff was. In the record stores, I remember when Metallica's album came out. Man, I couldn't wait. That Black Album has been so long since they had an album. Man, they got a new album, and I went to the record store and waited to be able to buy that album and stuff like that when it first came out back in the day and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was more of a VHS type of guy.
Yeah. Same here.
Named it Blockbuster. Go there. Mm-hmm. You get paid. You get charged $5 for not reminding your tape, and
Be kind, please rewind. Yeah.
But the next generation won't even know. That would be like ancient history for them. They probably will be in the history book, VHS. Things like that. But well, it is coming to a generation where a lot more people are more, I guess, lazy when less proactive when it comes to those type of things. Because you're right. All you got to do is stay home and just click a button. You can watch it.
And people aren't even really friends anymore. They they just kind of chat online and they text each other and they don't even hang out anymore and stuff like that in a lot of ways. And I guess that stuff's always kind of been around. It's good for people that live out of state like we do, and stuff. But because I consider you guys my friends and stuff. But it's just but people that live in my city, it's I got a friend that lives a couple blocks down, and we don't ever, we hang out and stuff like that when we can and everything. But I think a lot of people just get online and they socialize with whoever, and you lose that. I think you lose that sociability, to where you're social and you get along with people and you know how to interact in public and stuff. And you're basically I think a lot of these kids are being raised by the computer and online people and people on YouTube, and they're getting their attitude from these other people that don't have, the proper etiquette for anything. You know what I mean? And
it's just overall their social ability is just not there. Not overall, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, and Chat GPT, right? You can just look up whatever you want, and so eventually you stop using your brain and you start losing your function to be able to
creativity is not there no more.
Right. Yeah, and I've noticed that with myself. I can't remember anybody's phone number anymore.
Oh yeah.
I know my wife's phone number, and that's it. I know mine and my wife's phone number, and I get those confused sometimes. I got to look at my phone number. No way, that's my phone number, not my wife's. But I don't know anybody's phone number anymore or anything like that. And then you just kind of. And before I knew you had to memorize all your friends' phone numbers back in the day, and knew them all. I have 10 numbers memorized, and now I can't remember one.
I can't even remember my own phone number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's my number or my wife's. I think that's my number, and I'm like, no, that's her number.
And we don't call anymore. We just text.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate texting. God, I hate texting. Here's the funny part. It's I'm okay. This is one person I text with, right? He send me messages. I'm like, fuck, I'll call him, right? Alex. Okay. He'll text me. I'll text him back. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to text. I'll call him. He texted me not more than 2 minutes, right? And I call him.
Yeah.
And the fucker don't answer his phone. I don't get it.
You just text me a minute ago. Answer your phone.
And answer the damn phone. or just say it. I can't answer your phone.
Yeah.
But it's weird. I hate texting.
Yeah, I hate texting long things. I don't mind like a, hey, you want to go have breakfast today? Sure. What time? About 7. Okay, cool. See you then. That's fine. But it's like trying to explain what this movie's about and trying to explain like what this is or what. But I'm not doing this. I'm gonna call. Like I'm not gonna sit here for 30 minutes trying to type out something and misspelling it and doing it auto correcting every other word that I do and spelling it wrong. And I'm not doing it.
No,
Yeah,
even voice texting, that thing doesn't get it right. I'm like, I never said this. Well, what the hell is this? Like,
no.
So,
man, I did a voice texting one time, and it was like a foreign language. Like I was driving the car, and I was doing like the voice text, and I was sending that, and I was like, that is, man, that is nothing like anything that I said. I don't know. This is funny as hell, man. It was funny. It said all kinds of goofy stuff. I'm like, yeah, I didn't say the word dog. I don't know where that came from, Yeah.
So getting back to movies, Joe,
it
seems like you haven't seen something in the theater since before COVID. So do you plan to see Fantastic Four? I mean, to me, that would be the one movie that you would be most interested in. But
yeah,
are you going to actually go to the theater?
I might. You know what? I might. I really want to see that. Like, I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. Like, I love Fantastic Four, and I think it's about time that a good movie came out for it. I like the other ones are okay. I kind of enjoyed them and stuff like that, but they're not real great movies or whatever. They have great moments in some of them, but yeah, I might, Ron. I don't know. COVID really screwed our life up in a way. Like I just got more reclusive and I just don't do as much, and I try to break out of it, but it just, I don't know. I just got so used to not doing anything and everything being convenient. And I'm like, all the things that I'm saying these kids are going to miss out on now, I'm kind of missing it. Like I'm not going to the movies now, and I'm not really socializing as much as I did before with my friends. So yeah, I really want to kind of get back into the swing of like living like a normal life. And I'm not worried about anything. I'm not scared about anything. Or like, it's not like I'm living, it's not living in fear. It's just like, it's my new normal, if that makes sense. It's just stay home and watch stuff on TV and order Grubhub. And I got stuff like literally 1 block away from my house. And I'd rather just order Grubhub than go out and get my dang car.
Yeah,
and go pick up
we get our groceries delivered. We don't,
I get my grocery store, Yeah. And it's like that just became my new norm. And I'm having a hard time getting out of that laziness and that seclusion.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand if you have a big screen TV and you have a good streaming service, you don't need to go to a theater.
Yeah, you don't.
Theater's the whole freaking the whole experience of watching.
I agree. It's an unbeatable. You can't get it at home. No matter how good your TV is, you can't get that at home.
Those theater popcorns that is not supposed to be good for you, but you eat it anyway, and those cheap ass, soggy ass hot dog with those soggy buns. It's just the experience. I go there
for
the
hot dogs.
And I've been walking. I've been hiking pretty much every week now, so I didn't realize there's so many hiking places in Washington.
Yeah,
same here in California. A lot of places hike.
Yeah, I'm sure every state does, but I didn't realize I'm missing out on all these great hike places.
The fresh air.
Fresh air. Just yesterday we went to this place called Twin Lakes, and I posted on IG on the.
I saw that. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
It was a 2-hour hike. 2 miles up, 2 miles down, and as you come down there's this really, really beautiful stream, and people sitting there, like the water is so clear, and I put my hand in. It was so cold. I had to dunk my head in. It was just overall experience. Like, God, I bring back the childhood where I was a little bit more adventurous and doing things outdoors, and I'm just so happy that my wife loves outdoor activities because
I would rather you go hiking than buy any more comics, David.
No, this is the only book that I bought that I got, and when I have a comic book haul coming, but this is for the past like 5 months that I've been just putting away, and because I want to split my haul so that I make it through the year, so I can say my last haul of the year, not in August, but in probably in November or December. But yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, I've just been more active and been working on my backyard. I think I'm killing my backyard more than helping it, and just doing a little bit more things. And I think we spend watching TV not more than 2 hours a day, trying to limit, you know. And I thank my wife for that because she always tells me, "Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go." You know.
You better listen to her too.
Yeah, like come on, where are we going? We're going to Costco. Oh, okay. Like to me, it's like I don't mind going to Costco, but every time I go there, I'm spending like $200-300 every time I go there. Like I could have bought myself a key with that, but no.
Yeah.
But overall, that's pretty much it. I think that's it for our live stream, and we got 2 people still in. And thank you, Dan SPL, for stopping by. And I love this. And all the thumbnails that I've been doing is all created by AI. So, been doing. I got a free app. Like every 24 hours, you get to make 3 AI thumbnails. So I'm having fun with that.
You know, those are incredible, but after a while, I got to admit, it gets old. It's
Yeah,
like,
it does.
I don't want to do this anymore.
But I figure, why not? If I'm going to be making 1 video a week, you know, at least I can do is just put up.
Yeah, that would be okay. Yeah.
So even my market watch, I try to do it every 3 days, but fuck, I'm running out of comic books. So I'm thinking, I just put up a video with the new fan that my wife wanted to get. So I put a product review on that as well too. So with AI thumbnail. But anyway, guys, this is it till 2 weeks from today, maybe 3 weeks from today, but we'll see. And
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see. Anyway, aloha, guys.